Okay, here we go. Smiths. These things take time. Is this title of the song, and yeah. So this was requested a while back, and somebody said it's a catchy song as well. So yeah, I'm kind of ready for it. Another catchy song. A lot of Smith songs I've heard have been stuck in my head after listening to them. So yeah, I guess that's about it for this one. And let's just listen to it now. We're going right into it.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the sacred wonder kind. You took me behind at issues where we're lying and said, I know a place where we can go, where we are not known. And then you gave me something that I won't forget too soon. But I can't believe that you'd ever care, and this is why you will never care. But these things take time, and I know that I'm the most inept that ever stepped. I'm spellbound, oh, but a woman divides, and the hills are alive with celibate cries. But you know where you came from, you know where you're going, and you know where you belong. You said I was ill and you were not wrong, but I can't believe that you'd ever care, and so you never care. But these things take time, and I know that I'm the most inept that ever stepped. Oh, the alcoholic afternoons when we sat in your room, they meant more to me than any living thing on earth. It had more worth than any living thing on earth, on earth, on earth. Vivid and in your prime, you will leave me behind. You will leave me
All right, so yeah, another one, just about 2 minutes 20 seconds, so not long, and another short, catchy tune, like the comment said, and yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but in this song, I just have to say at the start, he sounded like I could really sound or hear like his youthfulness, I guess, like just his voice sounded a lot like younger. I don't know, I could just maybe it's just how upbeat it kind of sounded or something, but it was like it was the first time where I just heard his voice and he sounded like young. I don't know, younger than I've heard of before. It was just kind of weird. Weird observation. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. His voice just sounded more youthful or something. I don't know why. But anyway, talking about in the about on this on Genius.com. So it says these things take time is another upbeat Smith song with a homoerotic sexual undertone. It was released as a B-side to their single "What Difference Does It Make?" And it says in a 2015 Reddit AMA Ask Me Anything interview, Noel Gallagher named this track as one of his favorite Smith songs. So again, I know that Noel Gallagher from Oasis and from his High Flying Birds, he really loves the Smiths, and so I guess this is one of his favorites. So I mean, I can see why. I guess I'll say, and so yeah, right at the bat, first, mine eyes have seen the glory of the sacred wonder kind, and I guess I'll say right at the start when it says "mine eyes," it reminded me of a Doors song, "My Eyes Have Seen You." It just that part right there when he said "mine eyes," that's all I thought about was "My Eyes Have Seen You" from just hearing Jim Morrison's voice in my head. But yeah, that's just reminded me of that, and I just wanted to say that as an aside, I guess. But anyway, it says that phrase. Originated in the Battle Hymn of the Republic, a song written during the Civil War. The full quote is, "Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord." If I can talk, the song equates the Christian idea of Judgment Day with the Civil War. Morrissey here is conflating Judgment Day the end of the world with having met his love who is divine. The word Wunderkind, literally wonder child, is a German word for child prodigy, much like real around the fountain. The song is about a relationship involving two parties with a noticeable difference in maturity. Sexual experience is the primary difference between the narrator and his or her partner. So also that word, if it's German, it could be said as Wunderkind probably. But anyway, getting a little too technical here. You took me behind a disused railway uh, line and said, I know a place where we can go where we are not known. So it says these lines describe. Sorry, my dog's making noise. Describe a scene that is quite suspect and seedy, a setting to conduct a forbidden fantasy. This reaffirms the dodgy nature of the relationship and how sexual contact between the two is frowned upon by society. So yeah, again, like it says, this song has to do with homosexuality. I never knew how many songs had to do with uh, like gayness or whatever, homosexuality with the Smiths. It's yeah, it's eye opening, I guess. I mean, it's just cool to see. So anyway, I don't know where it was, but I mean, it also references to when Morrissey says in his autobiography that he had a sexual experience when he was 11 to 13. Well, hello. Uh, yeah, so that's that for that one. So it says, and then you gave me something that I won't soon forget, or forget too soon. I can't talk. Oh my goodness. This can be interpreted. I gotta go to bed as a first homosexual encounter or first encounter with an older partner, but seems to coincide most with losing one's virginity, especially after implying that it won't be forgotten. Yeah, this song's a trip. I get, my goodness, I didn't even know about this. So with the pre-chorus, but I can't believe that you'd ever care. This is why you will never care. This is a self-fulfilling prophecy. His inability to believe that the person will ever care for him will inevitably lead to this coming true. And then we go into the chorus, but these things take time, and I know that I'm the most inept that ever stepped. Again, Morrissey kind of given his whole like depressing side of the thing, I guess, is just I am the most inept that ever stepped. The differences in sexual prowess have resulted in a mentor slash student relationship, and the narrator begs the partner to be patient. So this is all what Genius is saying. I mean, I've seen comments say that they have been wrong, but I'm just reading what I see here, and I mean, there's a lot of upvotes, so yeah. So it says what the second verse it is. Yeah, I'm spellbound, but a woman divides. So it says by spellbound, the narrator voicing his or her approval of the sexual relationship. However, some outer female powers are preventing them from being together. Um, so yeah, and then we go on to "In the Hills Are Alive with Celibate Cries." This line is referring to the frustrated individuals who are desperate to engage in sexual relationships, similar to the one being described through the song. Celibate meaning a person who does not have sexual relations. Uh, so yeah, and then we go on to, but you know where you came from, you know where you're going, and you know where you belong. You said I was ill, and you were not wrong. I don't know why I thought that was funny. I just, again, with Morrissey's like lyrics being like, it's kind of I don't know what the word is, self-depriving or whatever. It's just he's making fun of himself kind of thing, even if he's not talking about himself. But it's always kind of that tone to it of just kind of like I'm not good enough or whatever. But obviously, I don't think recently or whatever with all this controversy I've seen about him, I think he knows that he's pretty good. So it says the narrator is speaking to the partner who appears to be sure of himself and his sexual habits. These lines reinforce the differences between the two people, where the narrator is struggling with self-assurance and in this newfound relationship, as opposed to the cocksure attitude of her partner, of the partner. So yeah, but I can't. And then we have the pre-chorus. But I can't believe that you'd ever care, and so you never care. I went over that already. Um, and then with the last verse here, the third verse, oh, the alcoholic afternoons when we sat in your rooms. So with that, it says, they drank together because that's what people do, and because he tolerated the adoring Morrissey, who presumably was already a sexual conquest. And then it goes on to say, these lines are almost seen as a call for help. The whole third verse. It says a call for help, showing that the sexual relationship between the two is more important, uh, is more of a importance than anything to the narrator's life. The primarily sexual relationship has now gone sour with the introduction of emotions, drawing from the previous lines. The act of being drunk, bored, and aroused is preferable to the empty life outside. And then we have the outro with vivid in our prime. Despite the change from sex to emotion, the partner is still very much interpreted as superior. And then with "You will leave me behind, you will leave me behind," it says this statement is very assured. You will, capital will, leave me behind. The self-esteem and self-loathing, that, yeah, that word works there. The whole, like, I guess the whole theme of the song is just like one person is like very self-assured and the other person is uh not, and it's just like how it says the self-loathing, like, which is how I see a lot of Morrissey's lyrics. That's like in the self-esteem kind of, especially, I mean, in the 80s. I don't know how he is now, but I mean, his lyrics were a lot of like self-pity kind of thing. So yeah, the self-esteem and self-loathing issues that the narrator struggles with are very clearly a source of anxiety. Inferiority rears its ugly head, and then a terrifying fear of being abandoned after being given something that I won't forget is all the narrator can dwell on. Morrissey is the poster child for self-loathing. Yes, okay, and it makes sense that he would sing a song that quite clearly touches on it. So yeah, again, I didn't even read that first, but like it says there, yeah, a lot of Morrissey's lyrics are about like self-loathing and just like not being up to snuff kind of thing. And yeah, so again, it goes along with what the Smiths were about, what their other songs were about, and what Morrissey usually wrote about. So I mean, again, like, yeah, it's just like a great Smith song. I mean, there's nothing else where you can really say. The Person Was Right is very catchy. Um, yeah, I mean, and as I said, Noel Gallagher really likes this song as well. So yeah, it's just, again, with the whole homosexuality kind of theme and undertone, it's just cool to see that a band like the Smiths back in the day really try to give a voice to those gay people and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just nice to see. It's cool to learn about. So I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching. Sorry for stuttering again. Again, I just stuttered right there. But I'm sorry for stuttering again. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching and liking and commenting and subscribing if you did. It's really appreciated. And yeah, I guess I gotta go to bed because I am just tired. I've been doing reactions for a bit here. And yeah, I guess that's about it. And I'll see you guys soon. All right.